Hello, teacher. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. Okay, everybody, welcome to the class. I hope you had a very nice Wednesday. It seems that the rain is stopping, right? I don't know how is everything back where you are right now. I hope everything is getting better. So we're going to start the class by checking the attendance as we usually do. So let me just go here. Okay, Aida Isabel López Bonilla.
I'm here, teacher.
Good. Ana Verónica Hernández Rodríguez.
Present.
Good. Blanca Isabel Tunaca de Rodríguez. Ernesto José Andrade Medina.
Hi, teacher.
Good. Jonathan Ariel Figueroa Rivera. José Alfredo Hueso López. Juan Roberto Velázquez Romero.
Present, good evening.
Good. María Julia Ramos Olivar.
Present.
Good. Mónica Wendy Ábalos Girón.
Present.
Good. Oscar Mauricio Rivera González. Oscar René Molina Calidonio. Oseas Figueroa Cisneros.
Present.
Good. Ramiro Rafael Aguilar Díaz. Roberto Carlos Avilés Rivera. Sandra Yanira Gómez Romero. Silvia Patricia Aceituno. Ah, ok. Good, good. Verónica Elizabeth Burgos Rivas. Very good. So we are going to continue with the classes. So as I was telling you, I'm not 100% sure that we're not going to have classes tomorrow, but most likely you are going to receive a communication message there on the WhatsApp. So let's be checking, okay? Anyways, let me just go here. Okay, we are going to continue with the class. And this is, we're going to check some other things about logistics and strategies, okay? Well, I don't know if you're able to read these letters are very small. Anyways, let's see. Sandra, could you please help me reading the first part on this event logistics strategies to avoid chaos on site?
Teacher. Having low site. Find and secure your venue. Teacher,
You cannot see it. Yeah, I see that the letters are very small. And it seems that it's frozen. Some, I believe there are some problems with the connection.
Yes, teacher. I don't hear. Sandra.
Yeah, it seems that there are some problems. Because I see that it's like, well.
Urge Starlink.
Yeah. Okay, let's see then. Ernesto, are you able to read?
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry.
No worries. Yeah, I know. So, no problem at all. So let's see if Ernesto can read.
Oh, okay, teacher. Find and secure your venue. While searching venues, consider the options that helps in building brand value and choosing non-traditional venues such as airport, hangars, or greenhouses, car crate, a bus, or social media, which might attract a greater number in audience.
All right. So, well, first of all, the topic on this one says event logistics strategies to avoid chaos on site. So, do you remember what is avoid?
Disponible. O
No, that is available. Evitar. Very good. Nice. And then it says to avoid chaos. So pronunciation on that word is chaos. And then on site. So what is on site? Do you remember that? Okay, on site is like a synonym of at the office, in your workplace. So that is it, on site. And it says the slide is 100. Oh, well, anyways, that's not good. Find and secure your venue. Venue, that is the next question. Do you know what is venue?
Venue.
Like a place?
Like a place, that is it. It's just like that. It's a formal way to say a place when you are going to meet or anything like that. So it says, while searching venues, consider the options that helps in building brand value. Okay, choosing non-traditional venues such as airport, hangars, or greenhouses can create buzz or social media, which might attract greater number of audiences. So that will be like, it's going to be very important where you are going to meet, right? Where you're going to meet for any kind of meeting for this one. So I have a question here. And hangar, do you know what is a hangar, right? It says such as airport hangars. Do you know what is that?
Is the structure. Where is the airplane is resort, anything.
Very good, that is it. So it's part of the airport where the planes, it's like the garage for the planes, right? Something like that.
It's the garage for the airplane.
Exactly, very good. A greenhouse, do you know what is a greenhouse?
This is a restaurant in San Salvador. Greenhouse.
Okay. It's a name of a restaurant, that is good. Yeah, greenhouse is something like invernadero.
Vivero.
Invernadero.
Yeah, very good. So that is a great house. Let's check with the other one. It says plan for entry and exit flow. Even planning must be complete beginning to the end. All the entries, exits, or exits in case of emergency should be clear. So that is also very important when we're speaking about a warehouse, right? So you need to be sure that the entry and the exit flow is clear. So you can enter or get the objects out in a very good way. Let me see if there is any question here. I don't think so. Okay, use technology to streamline event logistics. So, do you remember what is streamline? Streamline. Okay, so streamline is like when you live, you share a video or something like that. That is streamline. For example, in Facebook, you can streamline something live, right? Or in Instagram, so you can do that one. So that is the meaning of this streamline.
But in the case, in the case I listing in the publicity of TV, I don't remember the name. Netflix is streaming is
Exactly.
have relation.
That, yeah, it's something like that. It's like broadcasting something. It could be
It's
a video.
similar a release, teacher.
It's not similar to release. It's related to video. When you have a video and you can stream that through the website, through technology, let's say, situation. It could be, well, Netflix, as Roberto Carlos was saying, I mean, that those are streamers. So they can show different videos at the very same time. So it's going to be like that.
Maybe in the possibility that you can save the video in your, maybe, or for example, you saved your video in your computer, and after share with any people, can say that this is streaming.
Exactly, something like that would be. So you are able to stream a lot of videos on a platform or one video. So depending on what you want to achieve. So that will be stream.
In the case of Netflix, it's a platform.
It's a platform, definitely.
Oh yeah, and another application about, for example, Bluetooth TV is saying the promotion is streaming and video. But I understand that this application gives you the option that you can watch the video, the movie, and anything, and after you can save or record the video or the movie for after you can watch again.
Exactly. So it's going to be actually something like that. Yeah, you will be able to record. I mean, the advantage of something that is like a streamline is that you can manage that in your own time. So that means that if you want to do it tomorrow, if you want to do it at night, if you want to, it's like the videos of Ingles Corporativo, right? You go into the platform and you can see them exactly at the time that you prefer. So that is a very good thing.
Different that is not the event for logistics. Is a use of technology, streamline for give a class. Is the basic difference, but It's the same thing.
Yeah. Very good, perfect, very nice.
The traduction, they use technology to streamline even logistic is utilizar tecnología, agilizar la logística de eventos.
No, streamline no sería agilizar, sino que presentar en vivo o presentar en video.
Okay.
Good. So, after that one, it says use of technologies can save time, money, and headache of staff members. So definitely, so if you use technology, it's going to be faster, right? Use the applications or tracking system that helps in automating repetitive tasks. So this is maybe the most important regarding the logistics. So there are a lot of applications where you can track a package, for example. In FedEx, it's very common, that one. I mean, if you are monitoring a package, you can see exactly where is the package at the in real time, right? And tells you probably when you are going to receive that one, an estimated time. So that in logistics is something very, very. Then the next one says create contingency plans. What is contingency?
Contingencia.
Very good. Just in case something happens, right? So use learning from past events and create the plans for unexpected things. Brief all the staff members to execute these plans in case of emergency. So, of course, this is being ready for unexpected situations, unexpected issues. That is very important. So yesterday we were checking that we need to be ready and we have to have a plan B and if possible a plan C, right? And brief is like provide the directions, the steps to the people so they are able to execute the plans. And the last one says be generous with refunds. In case you find an unhappy attendee, it's better to give them refund. This reduces the risk of negativity spread. The American people, they really believe in refund. What is a refund? Do you remember that?
Como replantearse, algo por el estilo.
No. Refund is related to money. A refund is reembolso.
Reembolso.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so when a customer is not happy about the service, the product, anything like that, almost always in the United States, they have a refund policy, 30 days, or I don't know, if you're not satisfied. Actually, in the United States, you can return a product and get a refund and no questions asked. So I don't like it. Okay, here is your money back. And that is it. In El Salvador, it's different, right? Go ahead.
Teacher, refund is a dream in El
Yeah,
Salvador for the Hacienda.
well, that is true. Not good, right? That is.
I waited to 2 years ago.
Really, that is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I believe that not only for the government, but for everybody. I mean, if you go, for example, when you buy something at Simán, for example, they give you, this has a warranty. You can, if you are not satisfied or something's going on, you can come. But if you go, they don't give you your money back. I mean, first of all, they try to repair. They try to check what's going on or to give you another product. But give you your money back is very difficult. Maybe it's possible sometimes, but it's not the first option. First option is get another product.
Get money for this company is the last way.
Yeah, it's already spent, right? So it's not here anymore, your money. They say, I'm sorry, I want to give you the money back, but it's not possible, right? So yeah, that happens. In El Salvador, it's almost impossible to get a refund. But in the United States, it's totally different because they really care about customers and they know that customers, they speak, right? They say in negative ways or in positive ways, whatever your company is doing. And that can cause a large impact. Here in El Salvador is changing little by little, but it's not yet the same that is in the United States.
Here is the banner in the store and say no accepting the refund.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sometimes it's better to be clear, right, on those situations, but it's difficult. I mean, because sometimes, for example, products are not working well, and you need to go and ask, right, hey, this is not good. Please help me. I mean, I bought a product, I paid for a product, and I need the product, but I need that to work well, right? So it's kind of difficult sometimes. But yeah, there are some companies that, I mean, in some restaurants, for example, if something is going on with your food and you say, hey, this food is not good, they say, okay, you don't have to pay, right? Or I'm going to give you something else, right? So that is something that happens sometimes in restaurants. In restaurants, yes, is very common. It's very common to do this, but it's not the same for other companies. Yeah.
In
So
my case, when I say hey, not like me the food, or this is a hair or another thing, and okay, no problem. I give you a drink for your comfort and nothing more.
in
But
my
I believe that the situation in the country is don't have a policy that is guaranteed to make the that the store, the restaurant, or las empresas made the compliance that things. Because here is so many permission about that the empresa, I don't remember now the term, but the store or anything, buy you go to shop anything, they buy you a product in bad quality, and you don't like, you don't accord about, and you have to go to the consumer defensory, and in that case, you have to wait many times for have a resolution about. For me, is a problem that in the structure in the our states, and not the consumer, not have the sufficient weight for made to the thing change.
that is true. Actually, you are so right. Companies, I mean, I believe that the policy exists. The problem is that they don't accomplish the policy, because when you buy something, I mean, they say, this has 30 days or a year warranty. Okay, but when you go and you say this is not working, they say, you broke it. No, I didn't break it. I mean, it was never working. Another problem that we have here in El Salvador, I believe, is the culture. I mean, it's very common that if something is not working, or if your food, for example, is not good, you don't say anything. You say something to your friends, right? You know, the food there is not good, but you don't say anything to the company, or you don't do anything in the social media. But if you start doing something like that, I believe that yes, it's going to have an impact to the company. So there are many things there, but that happens, for example, with the insurance. I don't know if you have ever had an insurance for your car, house, or anything else. So sometimes there are some companies that are very good, but there are some other companies that, okay, they research, they say, but you didn't do it well, or you were not doing or using the product in the correct way. So it's not my problem, it's your problem. And that's not good. So it's a big problem. Companies, they just don't care, right? And at the end, you have to go to to the consumer. That is always an option, but that is complicated. It takes time. Sometimes the resolution is not good. So it's a big problem. It's a big problem that we have here. I believe not only in El Salvador, but in Latin America. All Latin America is the same way. Good. So we are going to continue with a video. So I'm going to present and you are going to tell me what you understand about this video. Let's see how it goes, my friends.
This is the largest of Amazon's distribution centers. Obviously an important day for Amazon, and really important, obviously maybe the most important part of their business next to the website itself. I mean, Amazon has 80 distribution centers, 40 in the U.S., and this is the largest of them here in Phoenix, Arizona, 1.2 million square feet. I want to visually take you through some of the things that you see just from right here, my vantage point here, up above this factory, or this distribution center, or fulfillment center, as they call it at Amazon speak. What you see behind me, those little colors back there, are row upon row upon row of all the kinds of random stuff sold by Amazon. There is no particular order to the way those things are stuffed on those shelves. They come in off of trucks as they're lined up down the block here in Phoenix, Arizona, taken off, unpacked, and stowed by hand and scanned with little scanners, put in all these shelves. And as we pull back here and start to see some of the workers, Amazon brings in 50,000 seasonal workers here to work in fulfillment centers such as this. And then they go out with these scanners row by row and pick, looking at the orders as they come into their scanner, and find these items, put them all together in discrete groupings to be mailed off to the customers, and then they go on to assembly lines and go through a packing, sorting process, get wrapped up, put in boxes, and sped through a conveyor belts system onto trucks and mailed back to shoppers back at home. The numbers are simply amazing here. Again, as I mentioned, they've added so many distribution centers this year. When I stood here a year ago, the company had 69 distribution centers. They're spending, as I said, they have 80 now, so they're spending billions to get to this point. This company is in expansion mode. Of the capital expenditures of the last 5 years, over 20% has happened in the last year. So they are building out this business. If you think of CapEx as a way, as sort of a forward-looking indicator, as big as this business has become, they're planning on becoming a lot bigger and investing really heavily right now to get large. The distribution centers like this all over the world. Deirdre?
And Corey, I mean, what do the early numbers tell us so far about shopping last week?
So, you know, this whole idea of Cyber Monday was, I'm just going to go ahead and call it a fraud, or at least a promotion, because when this organization Shop.com came out with that number back in 2005, it was not the biggest cyber shopping day of the year. It was probably number 8. But about 2 or 3 years ago, that became the #1 shopping day in the world, and it is that today. For Amazon, as the leading online retailer, this will likely be the biggest day of the year. Add to that the numbers out of ComScore that we saw over the weekend, which said that Amazon was the fastest growing site online, which is sort of amazing. Here you have the biggest company online growing faster than any other company online, Walmart at #2. So the numbers we see is that the growth year over year overall, online shopping at 18%, Amazon growing at the fastest rate of the large retailers. So impressive numbers coming out of Amazon. Amazon's not going to tell us how they're doing today specifically, but we know from the numbers out of ComScore that they're doing quite well indeed.
Okay, what did you understand on this one?
The plant is in Arizona City.
Okay.
In distribution and the work and the different customers.
The big company, Amazon teacher, has a big plan about that distribution channel for the retailers around the world, I think.
Definitely. That is a monster. I mean, Amazon is a logistic monster. So they don't produce anything. Remember that one. So other companies, they produce the products or services, products, and then Amazon is the one that distributes. That's the only thing they do, but it's a master, right?
Amazon is number one in distribution channel in retail.
That is true. I mean, it's crazy, right?
In number two, this is Walmart.
Walmart is also
Retail.
a huge thing.
Okay.
Okay, what else did you get from the video? I know that it was kind of difficult because, well, they are like reporters, right? And the reporters, they speak very fast sometimes. You know, here in the United States, I don't know.
Very fast, teacher. This is the host.
This is something like a reporter. They are in the news.
Yes, the reporter speak very, very fast, teacher.
That is true. If you want to practice or you want to check or improve about your fluency, you have to watch the news in English. That is a very good exercise. Of course, the problem that we have when we watch the news is that depending on what they're talking about, I mean, if they're talking about politics, for example, they use vocabulary that is specialized. Or if they're speaking about economics or, I don't know, agricultural things, they then use specific vocabulary on that one. But it's very good because of that. They speak very fast. It's like, we are presenting here in the United States. I mean, you need to be there paying attention. You don't pay attention, you are lost.
In the morning, I watch the news in CNN USA. You mentioned is really is this because the reporter speak very, very fast, but a lot of news about economics, sports, and for example, the last week, I watched this channel about the crisis in Gaza.
Interesting.
Very, very fast speaker, and the reporter and the different persons in Gaza speaking in English, but this person speak very, very fast too.
True. I mean, all the news, everything that you watch in the news is going to be very fast. So this is a very advanced exercise. So it's not easy, but it's a good exercise. If you want to do it, you can always do it. And the good thing about this kind of shows is that sometimes you can get the captions right in English. If it's in English, then you are able to learn something. So that is a very any other comments on the video? Or opinion?
One more comment for me, teacher.
Okay.
The Amazon is a company for the retailers.
Yeah, Amazon is like a 3PL. It's a third-party logistics. So the only thing that they do is to distribute. That is it.
Okay.
So actually, we're going to watch a video about this, but it's interesting. I mean, and they are a millionaire company, and the main thing that they do is that. So when you watch a product there on Amazon, it's because other people, other companies, they are offering that product there. The only thing that they do is to do the logistics. So they, of course, they have a profit on that one, right?
Teacher, in the website of Amazon, you can learn to sell product here and to buy product here too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is very interesting. Yeah, very good. And as I was telling you, it's so right. It's amazing. We are going to watch 2 more videos about that today.
This is a one way of business or personal business.
I believe that nowadays, if you really investigate and do your research, you can run a very good business. So the problem is that one, that sometimes we don't research, or sometimes we don't innovate, right? Because Amazon has innovated a lot. Actually, we're going to watch a video about that one. You will see how Amazon is, I mean, for Black Friday, I mean, for example, Black Friday is coming. Black Friday, they sell, I mean, and they deliver a lot of clothes across the US. But that is, I mean, it's crazy.
Teacher, in the LA, it's very fast service in the Amazon. I buy a fish in the 9 a.m. Equipment for the mountain bike. Equipment in the mountain bike, pay in the 9 p.m. and afternoon 12, no, a las 2 de la tarde.
At 2.
2 in the afternoon, receiving in LA.
Yeah,
product.
That is their business.
Efficient. Yes.
And as you remember, one of the first thing that logistics is looking to do is customer satisfaction. That is the most important thing. So if you say, oh my goodness, this is very fast, it's very good, you want to buy again. You want to use that again. You want to continue that one. So time is money here. Is the most important. Save time in all the things. Imagine you place an order in just a few hours, but they deliver not only your package, they deliver thousands of packages on time in the US, right? So that is crazy. Good, let's watch another video. It's also for Amazon. Let's see how it goes with this. Let me know what you understand about this and comments on this as well. Let's see how it goes.
Amazon fulfillment centers are complex operations in vast spaces. Our prep, labeling, and packing requirements are designed for our fulfillment center associates to handle your units as efficiently as possible. This allows us to process millions of orders every day and helps Amazon provide the best experience for our customers. Before you ship your products to Amazon fulfillment centers, it is important to make sure they are packaged properly and are e-commerce ready so they can be quickly received and available for sale. Each unit that arrives at our fulfillment center that does not meet our requirements delays the receipt of your inventory and increases the risk that a unit could be lost, damaged, or incorrectly received. When your shipment arrives, an Amazon associate scans the shipping label to ensure each has a shipment ID that exists in the system and that the shipment is at the proper fulfillment center. Multiple boxes must not be taped or banded together. To avoid any confusion, your shipping boxes should not have any other scannable barcodes except the shipping label. Boxes that do not match our size requirements require special handling, which delays the receiving process. The next step in the inbound process is opening the shipping box. If the shipping label is placed over the seam of the box, it can be easily damaged in transit, become unreadable for carrier and Amazon systems, or be destroyed as the Amazon associate opens the box. Place shipping labels on flat surfaces to ensure that the label remains scannable throughout the inbound process. An unscannable shipment label can cause delays in receiving your units. The best packing materials, or dunnage, to use are foam, air pillows, or full sheets of paper. Packing peanuts and shredded paper slow down the receiving process. For this reason, we do not allow loose packaging materials to be used in inbound shipments. Amazon also verifies that individual units in the shipping boxes have scannable barcodes. Each unit should only have one scannable barcode. If a unit does not have a scannable barcode or has multiple scannable barcodes, it will be sidelined for proper identification by an Amazon problem solver. Case-packed units must only have barcodes on the individual units and not on the outer carton. Barcodes on the outer carton could lead to multiple items being received as one unit. The associate evaluates if the units need additional prep to ensure that they won't become damaged during storage and shipment to the customer. If prep is required but was not performed prior to being received at the fulfillment center, the units are sidelined for special handling. Also, items should not have any loose packaging. Products that require additional prep upon arrival at the fulfillment center are delayed from being placed into inventory. Depending on the number of units requiring prep, this delay could be 2 hours or 2 days. Units that don't require additional prep are sent to be received. During the receiving process, the associate performs a 6-sided check of each unit to ensure the unit is not damaged. Please ensure each unit is packaged properly to avoid being damaged in transit. Also, the associate performs a title verification. If the title and product do not match, the unit is sent to an Amazon problem solver. The unit is now received. The unit is routed to be stowed. If there were problems in any part of the check-in or receive process, units will be directed to the problem solve area. Units that must be sidelined and evaluated by a problem solver take longer to receive. Problem solving is a very detailed process, so time is taken to ensure each problem is resolved properly. Once the problem has been solved, the units are received and placed in a tote. Units that have been successfully received, even those that required Amazon to perform special prep or problem solving, now take a trip on the conveyor. These units are sent to be stored in inventory. Every unit is scanned into a location so that Amazon knows its exact location. Now, when a customer orders your product, it can be quickly picked, packed, and shipped to them without delay.
Okay, what did you get from this video?
The monster company.
Imagine this is only fulfillment. So that means that this is only when the companies, they send the package to Amazon. It's only that. It's not that they deliver to the customers. It's only receiving. So it has a method. And it has
prepare the package.
yeah, I mean,
They prepare the package to select the package and put in the box or box. Yeah, put it in order every package for to send another station of the Amazon.
no, I mean, imagine that is crazy. Any other comment on the video?
Yes. They only work to prepare the package, every package to receive and prepare.
Yeah, I mean, they check every package. All the packages are checked. If something is not correct, they put them aside. So they, other team view that. So.
Teacher, I understand that they have a lot of logistics. I don't have how this company has the function, but according to the video, it catch my attention something because they have a logistic really big because if, for example, the box is damaged, they repair the damage and in order to deliver a good product to the different companies. And I don't know how this company order the logistic, but I can see that is important to deliver a good product to the companies. So it's necessary to have too much people working with that company, I guess.
Actually, that is very true. I mean, the part that you see is, or how this work is, imagine that you have, I don't know, a toy for a kid, and you want to sell that in Amazon. So you get an agreement with Amazon, and then you send the package. So the video that we watch right now is only when they receive the toy that you send, so they can deliver. It's only that part. So, I mean, it's very important what you say, because they fix the boxes or the labels or everything because it's their reputation. It's Amazon's reputation. I mean, yeah, it's not their product, but the logistics is their reputation. So they need to be sure that everything's fine.
Teacher, for this reason, the people that work in this plant, Amazon plant, review the product with the strong requirement.
Yeah, the quality they have is very high. Because if you order a blue cup for coffee, and if you receive a brown plate, I mean, that's not good, right? So not good at all. So they need to be sure that everything's fine.
Here, another comment.
Yeah.
I was able to observe only Latinos workers.
That happens a lot. Yeah, because of the schedule shifts that they have. And depending on where they are located as well. Because the Amazon warehouse, there are different places in the US. But yes, because of the salary and many other things, a lot of Latin people, they are working. So, something very common.
Teacher, the product that receive in Amazon plant are involved with different kind of box.
That is true. So
or
depending on
material.
Exactly. So depending on what is the product, there are different packaging, right? So that is also something that they need to check, that everything, depending on the product, is already packaged in a very good condition.
Very, very interesting in the big company, teacher. Global company.
As I was telling you, this is among them. They have invested a lot of money in the warehouse, in the technology, in the method. I mean, as you say, they have a method. They have people that they know what to do, right? I check this package and it's not good. I know what to do. So another team is going to check. So there is a specialized team that is checking all the products that are not very well packaged.
Teacher, in a channel, I don't know when I watch that Amazon send the product by Android.
With drones, yeah.
Drones.
That is true. They are doing that. So they plan for the future. They plan to do all the deliveries only with drones, at least the small packages, right? It's going to be like that. That is crazy.
This is the future.
That is the future, not traffic. So if you receive the product right now in 2 hours, tomorrow you are going to receive it in probably 30 minutes.
But for this, it's necessary for the government have the politics about the drones.
Definitely, there has to be a regulation of that. Probably that is one of the reasons why they haven't done that yet, because the technology already exists, but they need to do something. There was a video, I don't know if you watched that one, where a drone, I don't know if it was a drone or it was a flying motorbike, but they delivered a pizza like that with a drone. So that was very good. So the future is coming.
For the send the product, don't need the people for this work in specific.
That is true. So poor Latinos in the United States, maybe they are not going to have a job, right? So it's difficult.
Just
it's nice.
For this reason, it's necessary prepare better.
That is true. Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, it's very good because technology is moving, but it's very bad because, yes, it's going to impact people's jobs. So let's see what happens. Okay, now we're going.
That,
go ahead.
Sorry, I think that Amazon is a company, is a new company that don't have, I think that don't have many years working, but I reading about it is, and the 195 is the first sales online, and
Yeah.
is very interesting that the first sales was a book, and they say that the fluid concept and creative analogy computers model of the fundamental mechanisms of thought. Según el título, conceptos fluidos y analogías creativas, modelos informáticos de los mecanismos fundamentales del pensamiento. Y según en the according to the myths about this book was received broken, and but the cost for the $27 and is the I don't know is a really history or is a myth, but in the video is a big process that the company made to do, because involved many people, many process, is a reference for the logistic in all the world. And I think that another companies born around the Amazon. For example, Alibaba is other company that is online that is have the same characteristics of the Amazon, and many more companies that made the same activity.
That is true. I mean, nowadays, because of the technology and because of many of these reasons or many of these changes that we have experiencing, a lot of companies are investing in this kind of business. So you mentioned one, Alibaba. I mean, that is a monster. From China, they manage a lot of products. So, and yeah, they're very close to Amazon. Anyways, Amazon has a lot of technology you are going to see in that next video. But there are a lot of companies that they are investing in logistics because they know. I mean, in mine, Amazon, for example, there is a huge company, and the only thing that they do is delivery. I mean, it's like pedido ya, right? So you pay $1-2 for an order, and that is the business. The business, they pay people with motorbikes, they pay, they have salaries, they have a lot of logistics on that one. Of course, it's expensive because if you pay, for example, for real GPS tracking in real time, that is very expensive. But it's something that people really like. They like to see that the hamburger is on which streets they're crossing and everything, right? So that is amazing. So, but logistics, I mean, is something very important that we live with already. Okay, let's watch the next video. This is a good one. I really want you to see this one. Let's see how it goes.
Amazon is the world's biggest retailer, and its CEO, Jeff Bezos, is the world's richest man for one very good reason. His company is better than anyone else ever at giving people what they want quickly. Amazon acquired its undisputed status as the heavyweight champion of the retail universe thanks largely to its lightning-fast delivery times. The astonishing feat of ferrying hundreds of millions of items, from guitar strings to saucepans to car parts, directly to your door inside 24 hours is nothing short of a modern logistical miracle. So how does Amazon do it? A super smart army of slave robots, for one. ingenious, if occasionally unscrupulous, management practices are part of the answer too. And the modern-day voodoo of deep learning AI, all of which are made flesh in the most advanced stockrooms the world has ever seen. So join us today as we button up our high-vis jacket and journey inside Amazon's smart warehouses. In the year to September 2020, with the global economy in the teeth of coronavirus and the bleakest employment outlook in history, Amazon reported global revenues of little under $350 billion. That's roughly double what it earned in 2017, by the way, only 3 short years earlier. Not bad for a company which only started trading in 1994. Amazon has built its empire on a platform of sheer, unbeatable convenience for the end user. You, the customer, need a product. So you open the app or have a quiet word with Alexa, and next day, hey presto, it's sitting on your doorstep. Moving products from A to B quickly is not easy. Compared with other modern technology giants which barely need to exist in the real world, think of Netflix, Google or Facebook, Amazon needs to shift an astonishingly vast amount of sheer bulk safely, precisely and quickly all day, every day. So how does it do it? Last year, a senior Amazon executive described Amazon's warehouses, rather poetically, as a symphony of humans and machines working together. How does this symphony actually work? Let's take it from the top. Before you've even logged onto its website, Amazon has a fairly good idea of what you're going to buy. This is all down to the semi-occult 21st century abracadabra that is deep learning AI, which Amazon has been leveraging to incredible effect since around 2015. Put simply, an algorithm makes some assumptions about you based on your age, location, socioeconomic background, and purchase history. It will then, hours, days, or even weeks before you actually log on, ensure that your local warehouse is stocked with appropriate quantities of stock you're likely to consider buying. This might be a certain style of racy swimsuit that the algorithm anticipates will be the hot new must-have come springtime. It might be the paperback novel for a soon-to-go viral TV adaptation. In January 2020, for instance, Amazon's algorithm correctly anticipated high incoming demands for face masks, and, well, we all know what happened there. So Amazon's smart warehouses, also known as fulfillment centers, not to be confused with their post office-style sortation centers, very often know what you want even before you do. Or at least they know the very second you click Buy Now in the case of those wine-inspired late-night impulse buys. Once you've clicked, our symphony begins in earnest. You may have read headlines in recent years suggesting Amazon workers walk as many as 12 miles per shift, darting about between shelves, frantically picking up items. That's no longer quite true. Amazon's modern fulfillment centers are largely patrolled by an army of squat, Roomba-like robots that pick up whole shelves, also known as pods, and bring them to a human picker situated at a stationary workstation. Amazon's enlistment of this whirring battalion began in 2012, when the company purchased robotics company Kiva Systems, the market leader in warehouse automation, for an eye-watering $775 million cash. The company's flagship model, commonly referred to as Kiva, is around 30 centimeters high and capable of lifting 450 kilograms in weight, whilst traveling at around 3 miles per hour. The substitution of these squat orange automatons in place of dashing human workers makes a colossal difference to Amazon's bottom line. It's been estimated that Amazon's warehouses can now hold 50% more stock and retrieve that stock 3 times faster. This reduces the overall cost of fulfillment by some 40%. Cheaper, quicker warehouses mean products that are more affordable for the end user, and crucially, products that are much more likely to be on the van driving down your street the following day. Amazon isn't about to stop there. In a move that could be described as either ruthless or inspired, upon purchasing Kiva, Jeff Bezos changed the name of the company to Amazon Robotics and told all previous Kiva customers, household names like Gap, Walgreens and Staples, they'd no longer be allowed to buy new Kiva technology. This, of course, gives Amazon an incalculable competitive advantage. Since rolling out the Kiva robot across its fulfillment centers, by 2018 they had 100,000 of them, by now that figure has comfortably surpassed 200,000, Amazon Robotics has been refining the design still further. The new iteration of Kiva, known as Pegasus, is 10 centimeters shorter, meaning more can be stocked on top and uses half the parts, so it's cheaper to manufacture and maintain. Amazon says Pegasus can lift a hefty 600 kilograms and can be customized with a conveyor belt to work in the sortation centers, where, Amazon reports, errors in delivery have been halved thanks to Pegasus. Naturally, Amazon isn't quitting there. Last summer, it announced a newer, thinner robot still called Xanthus and coming to a fulfillment center near you. So how do these pimped-out Roombas get around without knocking into each other all the time? cloud-based software operating what can fairly be described as an AI-run air traffic control network coordinates the route of every single robot. This is all about optimization. What's the quickest route to get to a product that won't interfere with other robots on their own runs? What's the optimum speed, acceleration, and deceleration? As many as 800 robots can be deployed at any one time on the warehouse floor, although in practice, the numbers tend to be kept lower to avoid traffic jams. When their batteries run low, the robots are instructed to find the nearest charging station. Since robots took over the warehouses, changes have been implemented to improve their working conditions. Skylights, for instance, are now covered up, so the robot's sensors aren't confused by glare. Air conditioning units that blow downwards in areas where humans work now blow sideways so as not to topple delicate items from the tops of moving shelves. To navigate, a camera on the robot's undercarriage reads QR codes embedded in the floor, and individual sensors help the robots slow or swerve to avoid obstacles in their paths. Compared with these scurrying warehouse servants, some other robots working at Amazon look almost humdrum and conventional. The so-called robo-stow robotic arm, for instance, wouldn't look out of place in an old-school car factory, except it can lift a hefty 1,200 kilograms and manipulate shipping pallets to within 1/10 of a millimeter accuracy. There's also the labeling robots, nicknamed slam machines by human co-workers for their relentlessly percussive racket. These can label up to one package every second. And for a hint of what will happen in the coming years, Amazon recently purchased Canvas Technologies, a firm specializing in autonomous robotic carts. Just picture the most sci-fi drinks trolley you can imagine. Robots, of course, are only part of the story inside Amazon's smart warehouses. Even the company's most fervent futurists admit the notion of complete automation is a decade away, and even then probably won't happen. So what of the human side? Amazon's management techniques, in concert with all that automation, have made the business astonishingly lean and mean by historic standards. In 2016, it was estimated that by bringing everything in-house, as opposed to all the duplication inherent in a standard high street or shopping mall, Amazon requires only half the employees a traditional retailer might, per $10 million in sales. What are all these humans, hundreds of thousands across the world, actually doing then? Well, since Kiva and its robotic heirs took over, there's much less rushing around than there used to be. But there's still plenty of tasks requiring dexterity and problem-solving. The two most common roles still done by humans are stowing and picking. When goods arrive at the fulfillment centers, they're stowed by humans onto shelves or pods to be collected later by the robots. The pickers then pick the specific item from the shelves when the robots come by, then send it on to be packed. Workers on the picking side are encouraged to work fast in order to maintain their so-called rate. If workers' rate falls below expectations, employees can be disciplined and ultimately sacked. According to one ex-employee, this rate can be challenging to fulfill. 120 items per hour when they started at the company, rising as high as 280 items per hour just 3 years later. Errors are also punished. According to the same ex-employee, workers were once permitted 1 error per 1,000 items, but now they're only allowed 1 per 2,200. The rates only get more challenging during Prime Day when sales on Amazon skyrocket. One way Amazon encourages workers to make rate is through gamification, or making the whole thing into a game. So instead of a plain old-fashioned graph telling workers where their productivity stands in relation to the rate, workers instead play and compete on in-house games with names like Picks in Space, Mission Racer, or Castle Crafter. So essentially, the faster and more accurately employees pick stock, the faster their little pixelated car moves around the track. Other incentive schemes, such as in-house currency swag bucks, reward hard work with Amazon-branded merch such as water bottles or t-shirts. Amazon has regularly found itself in the firing line for its intense working practices. According to reports, as many as 14,000 serious injuries occurred at Amazon sites in 2019, a per-employee rate of nearly double the industry standard. Deaths are infrequent, but not unheard of. In the UK alone, during the 3 years to 2018, ambulances were called to Amazon warehouses 600 times. For its part, Amazon is keen to stress it invests tens of millions of dollars into worker safety awareness programs, but there's no denying injuries spike around Prime Day. So are Amazon's ultra-efficient warehouses ultimately a force for good? While COVID-19 laid waste to vast swathes of the conventional retail landscape, this year Amazon has been processing up to 40% more orders than expected. In the month leading up to March 23rd alone, toilet paper sales increased 186%, sales of cough medicine skyrocketed 862%, and children's vitamins went up 287%. Plainly, in a world where going to the shops can be a risky business, Amazon is fulfilling a need, and as such, ever greater numbers of people are relying on it. Will the robots steal our jobs then? The outlook is unclear, but within Amazon, it's plain to see that humans are still needed for many aspects of the work. And even if robots can one day stow or pick as fast as humans, dealing with mini crises like leaking paint pots on a fast-moving conveyor belt or identifying ripe bananas on site will still need the human touch for some time to come. Whatever the future brings, Amazon's new $40 million robotics lab just outside Boston, for instance, or its tantalizing patent for airship-like floating fulfillment centers, one thing can be guaranteed. As long as we're all buying, Amazon will keep on delivering.
Okay. Comments or opinions on this?
Yes, it's very amazing the level of the automation, automatización,
Automation.
automation, but is not in warehouse very big. It's not only for the package, for the deliveries, for the houses too. Is very interesting.
Okay, yeah, interesting, right? As I was telling you, this is a monster.
Ramiro mentioned a big point about the champion for the retailers is Amazon for the ways of the package. In the video, teacher, I write the profit in dollars, $315 billion. Is amazing. The big logistic company with only one click. And the technology in the plant Amazon is amazing because Amazon have a robot, and the robot stove. I write 800 robots and one tips that I write for this video is one hero of 288 items.
Yeah, I mind that one. Yeah, still with humans and everything like that, there is almost no mistake, right? Everything is almost perfect, right?
It's my first time, teacher, that I watch the amazing Amazon video about this business in the plant logistic. Amazing, teacher.
Yeah, it's very good, right?
Teacher,
go ahead.
Teacher, I saw one things. The Amazon is growing every year because they can do the good combination with the machines with human. Is they can do the use another applications for their promotion, like Netflix, like Facebook and others. And then is various companies for work with Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, this is something amazing. If I live in the United States, maybe I would like to work there. I don't know. It's heavy. It's very heavy because I mean, people there work at night. They work the day. The machines, the robots are amazing. You saw all these things. I remember that there was another one that it was not here in this video. It's a robot that they get into the rack and goes up and look for a package, then get it down. I mean, it's crazy. Imagine what is going to happen in other 10 years, right? So they are testing. You saw also the drones, right? They are delivering things already with drones.
The first word, teacher.
Exactly as example.
Yes, and I look the in the supermarket modern is the hinder the products in the carrito,
In the cart.
in the cart, en una pantalla que ya tiene ahí, una LED, ahí una vez ya se lo va cobrando cuando usted va poniendo eso. No hay un cajero que le vaya a cobrar.
Exactly.
Entonces, cuando usted lo saca, se disminuye la cuenta. Entonces, cuando ya lo llenó usted y va a ir a dejar el carro, solo mete la tarjeta en el mismo carrito y ya se lo cobra. Ya usted agarra sus cosas y se las lleva a su casa.
Yeah, I mean, that country, they are very focused on consumers. I mean, they know that lots of people they buy lots of things. They manage a lot of money, and they know that it's very important to be efficient. Time, again, is very important on every phase, right?
Interesting, teacher, because the mechanic process don't need person in a few years in the future.
That is true. That's why companies like Google, Amazon, they are looking into that, right? They are looking to have artificial intelligence that is going to be able to do things perfectly. So the problem that we have with humans is that humans make mistakes, right? The machines, if you do everything well, I mean, if the programming is fine and everything is organized, there won't be any mistakes. So,
teacher,
hmm?
the fourth work revolutionary is coming. La cuarta revolución del trabajo is coming.
That is on the way right now. They are doing that right. I mean, I was reading, for example, that I don't remember which company. I guess it was Mercedes-Benz or BMW. I don't remember. But 1 year ago, there was a department when some people they checked that the painting was perfect. That every car has the painting perfect. Now that department is managed only by robots. Only robots. In mind, that is crazy. I mean, they check that the painting is fine. If it's not fine, they repair, they repaint that part. It's amazing. It's amazing, but also scary, right? Because of people's jobs. Because, I mean, definitely, maybe not everybody. Do you remember? I don't know if you checked a few months ago that in Hollywood there was a strike, a writer's strike. And it was that strike in Hollywood, it was because of the artificial intelligence. I mean, with ChatGPT, for example, you can create a script for a movie. And it's a very nice movie. You just tell the ChatGPT, I need a movie with this and this and these things, and they create that one. And then everybody in Hollywood, they were saying, this is not good. I mean, technology is good, but we need to be sure that employees are going to be there. It was that one and also the salaries from Streamline, Netflix, and things that one. So those two things, they were checking into that one. Very, very interesting. Very, because they are ready. I mean, they know that they can be replaced. There has to be regulation, I believe. There has to be a balance, right? Machines and artificial intelligence are welcome, but also humans. So we have jobs and the economy continues. So it's not only technology, right? I mean, robots are amazing, but they can work. I mean, they don't have to go for lunch. They don't have to go to the bathroom. They can work during the day, during the night.
Don't are sick, the robots.
Yeah, I mean, no salaries, right? So do what you have to do, right? It's not that I'm tired. I have to go to the east, right?
No, but
Not at all. Yeah.
no pide permiso tampoco.
I have an idea, teacher.
No
Yeah.
sick.
No sick, yeah.
I will buy the robot. If the robot work for me.
That would be very good. That would be amazing.
One situation that made the before revolution about the technology is that the human is most possible that wrong in the process and the work, and the machine is a program limit the wrong to maybe zero. Don't wrong in his process, and more speed the work. You say don't tire, don't need money. And today, for example, today I speak with a friend that working a senior here in Salvador, and he said me, maybe the last year we have 35 person working in my area, and this year with new process only working 25 or 27 person, because now is he said me, and the process is more complicated, more speed, because they have a time specific for attendant. And another situation is with the EA, with the intelligent artificial, that the CNR now is using process with intelligence artificial, or artificial intelligence is, and that process is more speed, more specific, and permit more quality service. That is the situation is with the time the worker is go out of the working, the physical, the present physical, or anything.
Exactly, that is happening. It's happening. I mean, yeah, there will be maybe in the future less employees in some areas, right? Not zero employees maybe, but there will be an impact. And the good thing is something that you mentioned, no errors, right? Everything is better, the quality is better. Maybe for some other professions it's going to be difficult, because maybe the artificial intelligence by now is not that high. Because, for example, I was reading about ChatGPT, that is one of the most common, that they have errors. So, for example, some researchers, they do some tests, and they checked, for example, professors at universities in the United States that had sexual misbehavior, and the list that appeared, it was not correct. There were people that never did something wrong, but they weren't on the list. So that was very bad, because that means that you cannot trust yet. You cannot trust in this kind of artificial technology at 100%. They are very fast, very efficient, but not perfect yet. Maybe in the future, because the algorithms are going to be better, is going to be perfect in some aspects. But anyways, the feeling that you have, maybe the computers, they are not going to be able to replicate that one. Because, I don't know, I believe that everybody has felt when you see somebody, that person, you don't like that person, right? So these same things are not possible for a machine to replicate those feelings, bad or good feelings, and it's going to be complicated for a machine to replicate that one. So, but many things are changing. Any other comment on the video? Okay, this one is amazing as well. This is not Amazon, but it's one of the biggest companies in the world. So let's see this other video and then let me know.
A new automated McDonald's has popped up over in Fort Worth, Texas. This TikToker food enthusiast gives viewers the tour as his clips went viral when they were released.
Hola amigos, the way we McDonald's may be changing forever. You can now order on the app, pull into a curbside pickup lane, go through the drive-thru, or order ahead and go through the order ahead lane to be served by conveyor belt. When you pull up, they'll ask you for your code, and in no time, your food arrives. I gotta say, it worked pretty well, but of course I did unbuckle and reach over to grab my food. Now, if you go inside, you'll see that it's like no other McDonald's you've been to before. There's one kiosk to order your food. Other than that, you can go up front and pick up there. There's bathrooms, but it's designed for you to go in and out.
Just to clarify, it's
Okay, what do you think about that one?
McDonald's in Texas only take away.
Yeah. And no
Without
people.
person,
Exactly.
no people. The future is coming, teacher.
No people. You just click there on the kiosk. You pay.
No people, only machine, only computer.
Only computers. And there is your food.
Imagine the
Where
quality
is
of the
food?
imagine the quality of the burger.
Yeah.
If no one tested,
Fully automated.
you have to believe in the quality of the company. No more, nothing. The control of quality is standard, I think.
Yeah.
But I think that the artificial intelligence is now position strong in our system. You go in the Pizza Hut, Airways, if I don't remember, but and there is a machine in the restaurant is working, and you go to make the order, and after you go to sit, and after the machine is go to attendant with the product, is some the situation that and never thought here in El Salvador, but is a new experience, and that showed that the artificial intelligence is positioned in all the world. Here is only a little muestra but I think that this is progressive. And yesterday I go to shopping, anything in ferretería, no recuerdo cómo se dice, but I saw a machine that in hologram, imagine in hologram. Yes, I ever see in the TV or una pantalla in the screen, the imagine, but yesterday I saw in a machine little, and the holograph with the brand about the products and the name of the company is interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's changing. Everything is changing. So probably in the future you are going to go to ISSS and don't people, only machines. They will give you a acetaminophen and that's it. So let's see what happens, right? So yeah, logistics is that something very fast, efficient, right? So we can think about that one in a little restaurant, or also we can think about that in a monster warehouse like Amazon. Fast, efficient. Time is very, very, very important. Any other comment about the last video?
My comment is about the technology. We have to think about that because the technology is placing human now in other places and activities. Because I went to USA on September, and I saw cars without drivers. I as I was son, oh my God, I can't believe, but that's real. The human is displacing.
That is true. That is another good example. Yeah. Cars with no drivers. So in the US is a little bit easier because the streets and the technology and the traffic lights, everything is related. Yeah, so a lot of things are changing, right? So the only thing that we're missing are the flying cars. I don't know, but hopefully very soon. Hopefully very soon.
No person. The driver.
Yeah, interesting, right?
The big problem with the system without person, only machine, is that all countries don't prepare for that, because replace the person that is person don't have money, don't receive money, no salary, and the poor is each day more, and that is a problem for the same company, for the companies, because is a circle that don't be the economy can grow, and that is made the famous stagflation. Economy is static and the poor is more each day, and for system or system not is convenient that situation. United States have the capacity, the economic capacity, for can give the option to the people for economic protection, but we don't have the possibility that receive subsidio, no sé cómo se dice.
Subsidiary.
Okay, no have the possibility that receive each month a percent of money for a life or for survive. And that is a big problem with the artificial intelligence, and that replace the human, and the quality of life of the human is falling. I think that is the problem in this case.
Yeah, actually, that is true. I mean, the world is changing so fast nowadays. We don't know what is going to happen, what is going to be the next achievement for humanity. Let's hope it's for the better, right? Because there are many challenges that we need to face. Anyways, nowadays in logistics, it's something that we have many good things. So let's continue with the class, and I will show you something very interesting as well. These are like positions, jobs that are for inventory. I mean, not inventory, but logistics jobs. So let's check some profiles of people. This is the other way. This is not machines, but these are people. And let's check what are those positions that we can get into that. So let's see. Monica, could you please help me reading the first one? Not possible. Silvia, Patricia.
Okay, inventory clerk maintains a record of materials that are stored in a warehouse or distribution center. Receives and comes items as they are placed into the firm's inventory. Compares item quantities that are physically present in the warehouse to that facility's inventory records. Labels the stock using radio frequency identification ID tags, paper stats, or other type of labeling equipment.
Very good.
Production clerk.
That is fine. That is fine. So the first position is inventory clerk. Do you know what is clerk?
Empleado.
O encargado.
Very good. Yeah, any of those is fine. So what are the activities that an inventory clerk does? So maintains a record of material that are stored in a warehouse or distribution center. So they check the records. So in the past, it was made with paper. I remember that there was something called cardex. Now it's scanners, right? With scanners and a computer, you can have the record of the materials or everything that is in a warehouse or distribution center. So a distribution center is exactly what Amazon is. Then it says receives and counts items as they are placed into the firm's inventory. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes there are different companies' inventory in a warehouse. So if that is the case, you need to separate them, right? So everybody knows what is for whom. So compares item quantities that are physically present in the warehouse to that facility's inventory records. So it compares. So this is something very important because then the clerk can say if you need more inventory or if there are too many items. So that is a very good thing. Labels the stock using radio frequency identification tags, paper tags, or other type of labeling equipment. So remember, the stock is the inventory. So this is like the scanners. So you have a tag or a QR code, and you can scan that with a gun that is especially for that one, or a tablet or a computer, and then you will be able to have accurate information about it. Do you have any questions on the first one?
No.
Good, good.
Good teacher.
Okay, so let's see. The next one, a production clerk, Blanca. Not possible for Blanca.
Product, product, product clerk
Yeah, production clerk.
helps or the inventory clerk.
No, production clerk.
Okay. Helps company stick to production and expediting the workflow. Develops and shares production schedules. Develops and distributes work orders to their respective departments.
Okay, very good. So production clerk. So this is higher than the other one. Okay. So in this case, it says helps company stick to production schedule. So this is more into the production, right? So do you remember what is stick? Stick to?
Stick. Apegarse a.
Apegarse a. Very good. So helps companies stick to production schedule by organizing and expediting the workflow. So organization here is important. This person is the one that is going to organize schedules and things. Then we have develops and shares production schedules. So once you have created the schedules, you can provide those. Develops and distributes works orders to their respective departments. So it's also the communication between the other departments. So that would be it. Good, good. Let's go to the next one. Supply changing. That is going to be for Veronica.
Yes. Supply chain and logistic coordinator. Coordinates the order flow of all domestic and international shipments. Utilize the company's warehouse management system to oversee the movement and storage of goods. Is the facility oversees the scheduling and documentation of all import and export goods. Develops strong lines of communication with carriers, brokers, and freight forwarders.
Very good. So yeah, so this is the supply chain coordinator. Coordinates the order flow of all domestic and international shipments. Oh, that is not easy, right? You need to be very accurate here because if you don't, many problems can come. Imagine that you send a shipment that is for Japan to India. I mean, that's not good, right? A lot of money is wasted. Utilizes the company's warehouse management system. So this is any system that they have to oversee the movement and storage of goods in the facility. What is oversee?
What's the meaning? I don't know.
Oversee. Okay, yeah, oversee is like revisar, estar chequeando.
Supervisar.
Exactly. To oversee the movement and storage of goods. Then says oversees the staging. What is staging? Okay, staging is like the different stages where a product can be. Remember that sometimes it can be, a product can be in different phases. So they need to be in different places in the warehouse. So it's very important part. Scheduling, that is about schedules and documentation of all imported and exported goods. So all the documentation is part of this person. That is for sure. Develop strong lines of communication with carriers, brokers, and freight forwarders. So, yeah, the communication is one of the most important things here, right? Because you are going to be in contact with the carriers, with the suppliers, with the brokers. The freight forwarders are the ones that authorize and manage all the shipments. So definitely something that we need to consider. Good. The next one says supply chain and logistics, SCL, customer service rep. Roberto Carlos, please help me read this.
Supply chain?
Supply chain and logistics, yeah.
Okay. Supply chain and logistics is sorry, I don't see, SCL, customer service rep. Unless involved customer service calls and emails, help consumers solve their logistic, shipping, and fulfillment uses. Service as the front line between the company and its valued customer. Uses a variety of computer programs, including Microsoft Office and Excel, as well as online communication tools like chat rooms.
Very good. So this customer service rep handles inbound customer service call in email. So this person is the one that is in contact with the customer and is the intermediary in communication. So they answer questions about the packages or the processes or documentation that might be needed. Then it says helps customers solve their logistics, shipping, and fulfillment issues. I believe this is clear. Serves as the front line between the company and its valued customers. So this is exactly what I was telling you, right? This is the intermediary between the customer and the information that we have on the system about their packages. Uses a variety of computer programs, including Microsoft Office and Excel, as well as online communication tools like chat rooms. What is a chat room?
Chat room es lo que usamos para comunicación escrita, ¿o no?
That is it. Yeah, chat room is a chat, right? Where they are speaking or providing information to the customers, and sometimes they ask for information as well on other departments. So communication is vital on this position. Any questions on this?
Teacher, the chat room, I understand, in whatever social media.
Yeah, it could be any social media. Sometimes it's in their website. This is maybe the most common. When you need information, you go to the website of the company and you chat with an agent that is exactly for that one. But it's possible to have people on Facebook or Twitter or any other.
Okay, teacher. In other organizations, the chat room is like a chatbot.
Yeah, that is possible. What happens or what is very common nowadays is that you start with a chatbot because there are answers that are automated and it's the same answer. But sometimes if the answer is not there, then you can talk to a technician. Right? So,
okay, teacher, thank you.
Very good. Okay, the next one is going to be for Ernesto. Help me reading this one, please.
Okay, teacher. The mid-level supply chain management jobs. Import-export specialist. facilitates cross-border shipment, ensures that shipments adhere to customs regulations, tracks and document shipments. And the last one, consults companies on issues like tariff, insurance, and quotas. Quotas, yes.
So that is it. The import-export specialist facilitates the cross-border shipment. So they know the documentation and the permissions if you want to ship something to other countries. That is exactly that. Ensures the shipments adhere to customs regulations. So they are sure not only about the laws of countries where it's going to be sent, but also about the customs regulation, depending on many things, right? Then the next one says tracks and documents shipments. Of course, they need to track and document everything related to the shipments. And the last one says consults, that is like advisors. Companies on issues like tariffs, insurance, and quotas. Quotas is like the amount that you have permitted to do something. Sometimes some customers, they want a quota increase. When we speak about a quota increase, it's like they want to raise the limit. For example, a company can have a quota of 1,000 items a day, for example. But for Black Friday, they might request a quota increase, so they want to manage 3,000 items per day. So something like that. Good. Let's go to the next one. Logistics analyst. This is going to be for Oscar Rene.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Tenía llamada, sorry.
Ok.
¿De dónde quiere que empiece?
Logistics analyst. Please.
Okay. Logistics analyst analyze supply chain process. Identifies areas with risk for optimization and improvement. Gathers, organize, and shares logistic information. Examines transportation costs and find areas where they can be cut.
Okay, so this is the logistics analyst. Analyzes supply chain process. So they are not involved in the communication or anything like that. They analyze and they change different things, right? They update the processes or procedures. Identifies areas ripe, no, RIP actually, for optimization and improvement. Do you know what is RIP?
RIP.
That is like madurar or something that is ready. Okay. Optimization and improvement. Of course, this is another thing that is very important. Gathers. Do you know what is gather? A gather is like put together, reunir. Okay. Gathers, organizes, and shares logistics information. So as you can see, this position is more to analyze things, right? To identify things. And the last one says examines transportation costs and finds areas where they can be cut. So money again. Money is very important here. And they are looking for this to be faster and more efficient, more productive, always, all the time. So that is the most important part of this role, that is logistics analysts. Do you have any question on this?
No for me, teacher. It's
Good.
clear.
Nice. Let's go to the next one. Supply chain and logistics sourcing specialist. Ramiro, could you please help me with this?
Yes, teacher. Give me 1 minute.
Of course.
Supply chain and logistics sourcing specialist facilitates an efficient product and service sourcing process for the organization, advises and consults with the company, and works with upper-level staff members to develop efficient supply chain sourcing strategies, build relationship with suppliers, negotiates cost, and develops contracts, agreements that ultimately help their companies be more profitable and successful.
Okay, very good. So, supply chain, of course, facilitates an efficient product and service sourcing process for the organization. So, I believe this is very clear, right? So, you need to be efficient with all within the organization. Advises and consults with the company and works with upper level staff members to develop efficient supply chain sourcing strategy. What is upper level? The upper level is like nivel superior, staff member of the upper level. So that would be to develop efficient supply chain sourcing strategies. So it's more focused on the strategies on this point. Builds relationships with suppliers, definitely. This is one of the most important things here. And negotiates costs and develops contracts, agreements that ultimately help their companies be more profitable and successful. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's see. Juan, could you please help me with that?
Okay, supply chain and logistics SCL transportation specialist. Leads operations for organizations that provide transportation services, heads up strategic transportation initiatives for retail and wholesale fulfillment operations, selects carriers, transportation routes, and other key aspects of getting shipments from the warehouse dock door out of the customer's locations, and negotiates rates and terms with transportation providers, trucks, oceans, carriers, and air.
Good. So supply chain and logistics transportation specialist. So this is a specialist in transportation. So he leads the operation for organizations that provide transportation services. So he has communication with truck dealers and things like that. So everything is focused on that. The other one heads up strategic transportation initiatives for retail or wholesale fulfillment operations. So this is also very clear, transportation initiatives. So that is very key. So you can evolve and continue finding the best solutions for this. Selects carriers. That is also important because, I mean, that is the main objective of this position, right? The transportation. Transportation routes. So also very important to decide not only what type of transportation the product is going to get, but also the route, what time it's going to leave, and even the gasoline that the trucks they spend, he needs to monitor on that one because I mean people sometimes they do what they don't have to do. And other key aspects of getting shipments from the warehouse dock door out to the customer's location. And the last one is also very important. Negotiates rates. Rates are like the fees, the payment that companies have to do, and terms with transportation providers like trucks, ocean carriers, and air. Good. Do you have any questions on this?
It's clear, teacher.
Very good. Perfect. So we're going to stop in here, and then we're going to check the attendance so we can go to bed for a while. Let me just check here. All right. Aida Isabel López Bonilla.
Present, teacher.
Good. Ana Verónica Hernández Rodríguez. Blanca Isabel Tunaca de Rodríguez.
Present.
Good. Ernesto José Andrade Medina.
Present, teacher.
Good. Jonathan Ariel Figueroa Rivera.
Present.
Good. José Alfredo Hueso López.
Present, teacher, present.
Good. Juan Roberto Velázquez Romero.
Present.
Good. María Julia Ramos Olivar.
Present, teacher.
Good. Mónica Wendy Ábalos Girón.
Present.
Good. Oscar Mauricio Rivera González. Oscar René Molina Calidonio.
Present, teacher.
Good. Oseas Figueroa Cisneros.
Present.
Good. Ramiro Rafael Aguilar Díaz.
Present, teacher.
Good. Roberto Carlos Avilés Rivera.
Here.
Good. Sandra Yanira Gómez Romero. Silvia Patricia Aceituno Méndez. And Verónica Elizabeth Burgos Rivas.
Present, teacher.
Good. Okay, my friends, this is the class of tonight. I hope you have a very good night. Rest very well. I don't know if I will see you tomorrow, but on Friday it is for sure. And dream in English.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay.
Have a nice night.
Will be notice.
I'm sorry?
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
For tomorrow.
No.
Pensaría yo que no, pero les van a mandar un comunicado. Pero lo más probable es que no haya clases.
No
Okay.
entre siempre para ver, siempre hay alguno que se conecte.
Yeah, right.
Y le hacemos bullying.
All right.
Ella.
Vamos a tomar el screenshot.
Gracias, René, por decirlo.
No me acordaba, de veras, no me acordaba.
Okay.
Los feriados.
Okay. Feliz noche.
Yeah.
Rest,
Good night.
rest a lot.
Rest a lot, my friends.
Okay.